Hi everyone, the Lone Wolf here and welcome back to the Sunday recap, my weekly vlog where I talk a little bit about my last week in games. As always, we'll start with EVE Online, and I played an average amount of EVE Online. It's actually been a pretty good week thanks to the new event, the Rogue Swarm event. I was motivated enough to go after all of the rewards and I have everything except for the final reward. I just need like less than 100 points I think in order to get that one. So I did a decent amount of grinding, you could say, every single day, but I feel like it's interesting enough, it's accessible enough, and it's a type of event that I like because you can pace yourself. It's very easy to just find out how much time you're gonna need for 100 or 200 points and then decide to do that every day. Or if you want to, you have the option of just grinding out all of the points or almost all of the points in a single day. That is possible as well, and giving players those options between doing a smaller grind every day or just going for it and grabbing all the rewards in just a couple of days. That is what I like about this. That is what I feel makes these types of events more accessible. It's also true that at the beginning of the event you're gonna have a lot of problems with lots of competition, but if you're interested in some PvP potential, you know, there will always be some thieves to go after and things like that as well. And as the event progresses, fewer and fewer people will be competing for those points, and as a result you'll have an easier time finding sites to do and completing them. In fact, I've just been going to one system, find the first site, then just stick around until the next one respawns, do that one up until I feel like I've earned enough points for the day. And as I've said, less than 100 points and I'll be done with that event. I'll have all the rewards. Maybe I'll still do a little bit more for the skill point boosters, but after that, next to that, I should say, PI of course every single day, and then the blueprint copy business. As I've said, that has slowed down quite a little bit. I still have to look for BPOs to buy when it comes to my next investments and using all of my research slots, but there's also good news because yet again I received a gift this week. This time it's a BPO for the Orca gift, putting me at 3 available for copying, and that's definitely something that I'm going to do. It's pretty slow to make them in my own facility. It takes about a week to create a single blueprint copy, one run copy for the Orca, but they sell really well, close to 20 million at the moment. And so yeah, 3 of those now, another 60 million a week for hardly any effort. Very welcome. So yeah, thank you very much all for all of that support. I'm having fun with the event at the moment, and we'll see where we go in the upcoming weeks when it comes to EVE Online, of course. Next up, let's talk a little bit about the World of Warcraft. I've played an average amount there as well, definitely a little bit less than what I did at the very start of the expansion. I'm basically finding my pace and what I enjoy doing most in the expansion at the moment. It is battlegrounds in order to get the conquest points and then just do some daily quests for the reputation at the moment. I still of course have to do a lot of work on that front because I started that warlock like 3 weeks into the expansion, deciding that shaman was not really my playstyle. And well, you know, looking at the subreddit at the moment, shamans are definitely suffering in their usefulness when it comes to group content. So raids, for instance, don't really like to take shamans. If they have any other DPS out there, they'll usually go for that. Maybe the healing is something that shamans are still good at, but when it comes to damage, I think that there are other better options, and one of them is definitely the warlock. So I'm having a lot of fun with him. I can definitely pretty consistently get top 5 when it comes to doing damage in battlegrounds. I'm a little bit surprised by that, but on the other hand, also not. Its playstyle just lends itself so well to being able to do massive amounts of damage, spread that across everyone, just be in the thick of things or just out of the thick of things, and just spread your dots to everyone, and then whenever you've got full soul shards, blow someone up with the abilities that you have there. So it's really cool. I enjoy playing that warlock quite a little bit, and at the moment it's basically the same as with the EVE Online event. I'm finding a pace there that I can just keep doing every day. Come online, take a look at what the emissaries. All right, that's a couple of world quests. Try to find the easiest and fastest route to do that. In the meantime, I'm in a queue for a battleground, and then if depending on how much time I have, I'll also put myself in a queue for an epic battleground, because that's like 65 conquest points, meaning that you get an easy 100 conquest points on a single evening for not that much time, assuming that you win both BGs. Sometimes it's a bit more grindy when you lose 3 battlegrounds in a row. That can be quite frustrating, but overall I definitely enjoy this, and it's something that I think you have to do with the World of Warcraft. It has changed quite a lot, and you can do massive incredible grinds. You can play very hardcore and then just try to, for instance, do mythic raiding at the moment, try and finish that, get the very best available gear. The problem that I have with going so hardcore in the World of Warcraft is that you can already tell that there are so many mechanics that Blizzard is implementing just to give you catch-up capabilities, that you're basically on a very narrow band of progress, where it's super hardcore. It takes a lot of time in order to get the very best right now, but all of that effort will be undone in the upcoming months, I think, with catch-up mechanics and with new stuff coming out. Especially, I think the Azerite power grind is something that I'm not willing to put the time in there, and I really don't think it's a good idea to spend too much time in there unless you enjoy it, of course, and that's what this is all about for me. When it comes to the World of Warcraft, I want to do what I enjoy. I want to have fun with the game, and right now it is. I enjoy the world quests. I understand that there's people that really don't like it and that can see that as a very grindy activity, but it's very solo friendly, and I actually enjoy that. And add in some battlegrounds, some quick PvP where it's not that high level, right? Like arena is much more intense, and you can't make any mistakes and things like that. Nope, that's a lot more casual and again solo friendly. That's why I enjoy doing in the World of Warcraft at the moment, and that's what I'm doing as well. And then finally we have a couple of other games as well. In the first part of the week I played a little bit of Overwatch just to have some fun there. I was trying to make Torbjorn work, and he really doesn't work that well anymore at the moment. I think that there are too many hard counters to him, and even in defense people know the turret too well. It takes too long to set it up, and as a result he feels pretty weak, although he is one of my favorite characters in Overwatch. I really enjoy the idea of that independent turret that you can put in the right spots, that can then really cut off choke points or make it very difficult for the enemy to progress. But I also saw on Twitter apparently that there's going to be a massive rework of Torbjorn that looks very damn interesting. So you'll be able to set up the turret and it will go into tier 2 right away without you needing to hammer it for half a minute, and then you'll have like a constant ability to shoot more quickly, well, not a constant ability, something that you can press and then you'll fire at a quicker rate. And the ultimate is going to change completely to like an AoE patch that you can set down, like a lava patch that will do a lot of damage. So very interesting there. I was trying to get Torbjorn to work in Overwatch. That just didn't work out. Switching to stuff like Reaper, Soldier, Bastion, all of that is definitely better options in defense than going with Torbjorn, except for some very unique situations. But yeah, I'm hoping that the rework will be able to change that up a little bit and bring Torbjorn back at the forefront. For me, it's super difficult to make him work, despite the fact that he's one of my favorite characters. Now, in the second half of the week, I don't even have any footage for that yet because it only started on a Friday. We have a new season for Diablo 3 as well. I'm planning to play that, but as with everything, I'm planning to do that pretty casually. So I settled on a wizard because the set there that you get is really interesting and one that I know that I enjoy. Is it Tal Rasha? I'm not really sure what it's called anymore, but it's the one that will constantly like drop meteors, and that gives you a damage and defense boost as you use different attributes. So if you use frost and then lightning and then another type of spell, you constantly get buffed up by rotating those, and that was definitely one of the playstyles for the wizard that I enjoyed. So at the moment I'm not doing too much there. I'm just doing some bounties which give you double rewards this season. That is definitely very interesting for Kenai's Cube. But that's really the plan. Level him up, doing the bounties, then try to get after the rewards, and then probably park him. I'm not going to go hardcore into Diablo 3 trying to get to like higher great rift levels and things like that. I'll just do the quick reward as I usually do, and we'll see if I enjoy it, and maybe I'll cover it a little bit as well. And that was my week, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Let's give him... Anyone else? Anyone else? Ooh, someone on the point. There we go.